Hello, welcome to the class, Anna.
Good evening. Thank you.
How are you doing?
Well, well, I have I have to do a lot of things this day, but it's well everything. Thanks for asking. And you? How are you?
Well, I'm doing great. It was very relaxed. Well, very relaxing day.
Okay, great.
Okay.
I already finished the unit in platform
Really?
from unit 1 to unit 5, and I did the exam, but I thought that I had more units pending to finish, but only there were 5 units.
Okay, that's something nice. Yes, actually, they are just 5 units.
Mm-hmm.
We have been working in Unit 5 for 2 weeks. The week before holidays and the other one well, after holidays, right? That is this week, and we are going to finish on Monday. So at least today and tomorrow we will have the last practices, and on Monday we will have our final speaking practice.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, let's give a few minutes to Alex to join the
Okay.
class, okay? And then we can
Mm-hmm.
start.
Okay. Okay. Sure.
Okay, hello, Alexander, welcome.
Hello, thank you. How are you?
Well, I'm doing great today. Thank you for asking.
Okay. Anna, how are you?
Thunder, I'm fine. Thank you. And
Okay.
you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Great. Sounds great.
Okay, I think we are done. So we are the whole class. So we are going to start right now. Well, thank you for coming on time, Anna and Alexander. Thank you for joining and coming to the class. As I told Anna, these are the final classes of level intermediate one. Um, Well, we finished this level on Monday, so today and tomorrow we will have our final practices of this level. And then on Monday, we are going to have our final speaking practice of this level. So it's going to be a short speaking about well, to make sure you remember the topics we studied in this level. That's why we are making a review of all the grammar topics. And then, of course, you will be able to pass to the next level, which is intermediate level 2. Okay? So, well, guys, let's start today's class. And, well, let me share my screen with you. In this opportunity, we will start our class by playing cards, okay? And this opportunity, as you can see, we are going to play cards, and for sure, we are going to practice our English. Let me see. Okay. In this opportunity, we are going to practice that present perfect. As you remember, yesterday we practiced 4 different grammar tenses: simple past, past continuous, present perfect, and present perfect continuous. That's why in this opportunity, we are going to practice present perfect, because I consider this is one of the topics that we can use to introduce the other ones. Okay, so right now, as you can see, well, we have different cards. I will show you a question in the card, and of course, you have to answer the question. Let's start with the first one. Who is the greatest person you have ever met? Okay, we will start with Anna. Okay, ladies first in this opportunity. Can you tell
Okay.
me who's the greatest person you have ever met, Anna?
Okay, let me think. I think it's my best friend.
Your best friend. Why?
Yes, because for her, I went to the church when I needed, when I had some troubles in my life. So for her, I went to the church, and for that I I meant to God.
Okay, that's something good. So thank you for sharing with us. Right now, what about you, Alexander? Who's the greatest person you have ever met?
Um, I guess is or was my my father boss maybe.
Your father, boss. Okay, why do you
Yeah.
consider he's the greatest person you have ever met?
I guess is because um she was like lead or guidance for something that I need when I was young. I remember that when I studied um, studying um, at the university, maybe I need some maybe resource information, and that person was a guidance or lead to me, and always I consider that she was the greatest person that I ever met.
Okay, well, those are great reasons to consider a person is, well, a great person for, or the greatest person for you. Thank you for sharing with me some of the greatest people you have met in your life. Actually, both examples are really good. Okay,
I have a question. Sorry.
yes,
Alexander said father boss, right?
yes.
Yes.
It's like jefe padre. I don't know what does mean this word.
Oh, could you
No.
repeat again, please?
What does mean father boss?
The boss of his father.
Ah, okay, okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
Thank you.
So yeah, so remember, guys. So we have that the use of the apostrophe s, right?
Yes,
That we can use as
thank you.
possessive. Okay, so yes,
Thank you.
well done. Okay, thank you. Both examples were great, as you mentioned. Um, well, some people help you with information, or in this case, with some activities you had to do, and also other people help you to go and start going to the church. Okay, great job. Now, have you ever driven a sports car? Let's see. Now let's start with Alexander. Have you ever driven a sports car?
No, I haven't.
No, you never. Okay, sorry. So let's see. What about you, Anna?
No, I have never driven a car, but I would like to.
Yes, I imagine so. I think it could be a great experience for all of us. Okay, so in this case, well, I have never driven a sport car. Actually, I have never driven a car. Well, let's move on to the next one. Have you ever been on TV? We will start this time with Anna. Have you ever been on TV?
No, I haven't.
Okay, what about you, Alexander?
No, no, I haven't.
I
Okay,
wish.
we wish. Okay, let me ask you, what if you could, or well, if you had the opportunity to be on TV, what kind of TV program do you consider you would be in? Anna?
In what series? No.
It could
Oh,
be a series, a TV show. So,
I think I would like Kardashian.
okay.
I would like this series.
Okay, so
Reality show is really.
you'd like to be in a reality show like that one.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that sounds nice. What about you, Alexander? If you had the opportunity to be on TV, what kind of program would you like to be in?
I guess I would like to be in a kind of news that when some people invite you to speak about some topic and they make an interview and you ask where about different topics. Maybe that kind of interview.
Oh
I
yeah,
would like to.
it's kind of an interviews program. I remember there are some here in El Salvador, but I don't remember the name. However, they are interesting. As you mentioned, they always are invited to speak about a specific topic. In this case, it could be related um, to your work field. In this case, well, programming or coding, that would be something nice.
Mhm.
Okay, thank you for sharing. Right now, everybody, let's move on to our next question. Well, this is kind of, I don't know, weird. But have you ever shoplifted something from a store? Let's see. Well, let's start with Alexander. Have you ever shoplifted something from a store?
What's mean lifted?
What does mean lift?
Oh, shoplifted,
Shoplifted.
guys, is for example to take something. Well, imagine you are in a store, you take something and you hide it, and you well leave that shop as if anything happened. So in this case, a synonym of shoplifted is to steal something from a store.
Okay. No, I haven't from the store, but sometime I forgot some plates or glasses from some Airbnb that I went, and I remember that sometime I appeared a glass in my things, and I said, okay, this is not mine, but I guess it's the same or not. In the question, I guess is you are you are aware that you are doing that. In another case, it's just for that.
Okay, well, that's similar, but it's not the same, right? That
Yeah.
as you mentioned, you took something from an Airbnb. Actually, it's very common that, well, something that is similar is also going to a hotel and take something from the hotel. So I consider that's something pretty common. Okay, but thank you for sharing, Alexander. What about you, Anna? Have you ever shoplifted something from a store?
No, I have never taken anything from a store, but I remember that on my honeymoon, I take some bottle of liquor, a little bottle of liquor. I thought they were free, but they're they weren't free. So for that, I had to pay for them.
Oh, but did you pay for it at the end?
Yes, at the end, in my credit card.
Okay, so you were
Yes.
you got confused with some instructions you received, so at the end you took something. Well, thank you for sharing some of the things that you have taken from other places. In this case, maybe not stores, but some other places. Okay, at the end, well, you had been responsible for those. Well, at least Anna has been responsible for what she took. In your case, Alexander, well, it's not a big deal, right? So There is no problem with it. Okay, right now, I would like to ask you the next question. And this is the last one for today, for this practice. Give me a second. Well, what interesting foods have you eaten? Or do you consider that it's very interesting, very weird, or not common? Okay. Well, let's start with you, Anna. What interesting foods have you eaten?
I have eaten, I remember Arabic food. Its flavor is some weird but delicious.
Okay, that's a little bit weird. Where did you eat? Where did you eat that rabbit?
Rabbit, no, Arabic food,
Arabic.
árabe.
Sorry, I heard rabbit. I only heard rabbit. Okay, so
Don't
Arabic
worry.
food. Where did you
Yes.
eat that kind of food?
Here in Guatemala, so in a restaurant that they sold Arabic food, for this flavor is weird, but it's delicious. And the name I don't remember of them.
Okay, is it spicy or salty?
Salty.
Okay,
Spicy, no, I don't like the food spicy.
okay, well, I got it. So thank you for sharing, Anna, about some
You're
interesting
welcome.
foods you have eaten. What about you, Alexander?
I guess I tried octopus, but I don't like.
Ah,
uh,
okay.
and and there are a couple of things like armadillo, armadillo.
Oh, yes,
Mm,
yes.
Mhm.
mm.
Did you like the
And
armadillo?
yeah, I guess it's good food.
Okay.
And maybe paella, paella para mí. I don't know what is the name in
Okay,
English.
paella in English is also paella. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah, remember
okay.
that in this case, paella is well is Spanish traditional food.
Mm-hmm. Okay, paella as well.
Okay, well, they are very interesting kind of food. As you mentioned, the octopus. Well, I don't know. I think that's something I would like to eat once in my life. Maybe I will have the opportunity, even though you told me that it's not delicious, but I would like to try it. Then the armadillo, maybe that's something kind of weird. Okay, I have heard many people talking about animals like that, like armadillo, like pesotes, well, iguana. So those animals, right? But I don't know. I think I won't be able to eat any of those. I don't know why. And then, well, a paella, as you mentioned, and as I told you, it's a Spanish traditional food, so it's something kind of common. Well, guys,
Okay, iguanas eggs are delicious.
really,
Really? Oh my God.
Yeah.
okay, Alexander, I have never eaten them. I don't know. Actually, once, one of my uncles prepared an iguana, but I couldn't
Mhm.
eat from it. Actually, I just ate. I don't remember what we ate by that time because I was around 12 years old. So well, it didn't look delicious for me, so I didn't try
Okay.
it. Well, guys, as you could see, we practice some questions using the present perfect. However, we use other tenses to answer or to give reasons about this. So we use simple past, also past continuous. And guys, thank you for sharing with me. Okay, in this opportunity, we are going to continue with our class. As you remember, yesterday we started talking about the time contrast. So yesterday we have the first part, and today we will continue with our part two. Okay, give me a second. Okay, we will continue with the time contrast part two. Just to make a review, remember that yesterday we studied some grammar topics related to past and present. Remember, the past tenses were simple past and also the past continuous. Then in present, we started the use of present perfect and also the use of present perfect continuous. Maybe some characteristics they have in common are for example, the simple past and past continuous. We can use them in one single sentence, or we can use them together, using, for example, when or as. So we have the opportunity to use them uh, one after another one. Then present perfect, as you could see, we talk about experiences, also things that started in the past and they continue into the present. And present perfect continuous speak about things that we have been recently doing. Um, so these are the tenses we studied yesterday, everybody. We already have a review of all of them. So I hope we can continue practicing and working hard in this kind of tenses. As I told you, we are going to have a speaking, well, a final speaking practice to make a review and to close all these topics, at least for this level. Now, guys, let's remember what we have to study today. We studied past. We also studied present. That's why today we have to continue with future. In future, maybe you remember that there are four specific grammar topics: future continuous, future simple, future perfect, and future perfect continuous. Okay. Um, so in this opportunity, we are going to study only one of them, and it's the use of will. Also, we are going to make a review on going to. Remember that going to is a different structure similar to the present continuous. But in this case, we are talking about the future, okay? Going to is considered a structure for future, but is not considered part of the tenses, okay? Tenses are, for example, simple present, simple past, past continuous, present perfect, okay? So those are the tenses. Will is considered part of a tense, so it's future simple. Going to, I would say that it's considered part of future simple, but in this case, it's not taken into the tenses, okay? Well, we will start right now talking about the use of will. So to start, I would like to read the definition, okay? Will is used to talk about the future. We also use will to make predictions, quick decisions, and to make promises, okay? As you can see, there are different uses for a will, and there are others that are missing, but in this case, they are not that important because they don't refer to future. As you can see, we use it first of all to make predictions. Yesterday, Alex told me that when we make predictions, we make them without evidence or without a certainty about the things that are going to happen. So that's one. Well, let me see. To talk about the future is one. To make predictions is the second one. Then for quick decisions, we use the auxiliary will and then to make promises. Okay, right now, before we move, I would like to read this example. Can you help me with this, Anna?
I will make dinner tomorrow.
Okay, pretty good. Now, Anna and Alexander, I want to ask you, do you think that this example is talking about the future, predictions, decisions, or promises?
Future.
Future, okay. What do you think, Alexander?
Quick decision.
Okay, quick decisions. Okay, they could be related. Let me tell you that, well, first of all, yes, it's talking about the future, and also it can be considered a promise. So
Okay.
it depends on the context of the sentence. However, as you see, we use the auxiliary will, which is the most important part. Then remember, when we make predictions, we are talking about predictions without evidence. It means, everybody, that you are not sure about the prediction you are making by that moment because there is no evidence, there is no certainty, just you and your thoughts. So that's the meaning of making predictions using will. Then, when we make quick decisions, as you know, it's while you're speaking, you also decide. Okay, can you tell me about one quick decision you made in your life? What about you, Alexander? Can you tell me an example?
Um, Today, my friend called me to eat dinner out. Uh, I will go with them.
Okay, that's a very quick decision. Okay, you decided at the moment you were talking. What about you, Anna? Can you tell me an example of a quick decision?
I will go at the doctor tomorrow. No.
Okay, so do you need to go to the doctor?
Yes.
Okay, so yes, it can also be taken as a quick decision. Let me tell you that one quick decision that maybe most of us have taken, at least once in our life, is when we order food at a restaurant. While we are reading the menu, we decide what to eat. So that's why if you watch series, movies, or videos related to vocabulary about uh, restaurants. So you will see that when you ask for food, you won't say, I want to eat. That's incorrect. Okay, actually, that's too informal. That sounds rude. So that's why one of the models that is used for quick decisions to ask for food in a restaurant is, will, I'll have a glass of water, for example. Um, so that's a quick decision. And then promises. Promises, I consider it's easier to understand because, well, we are talking about things we expect to do in a moment later or soon. For example, hey, could you cook today? I will make dinner tomorrow. That's why I told you it depends on the context. Maybe if it is a promise, we need more context for this sentence. Can you cook today? I will make dinner tomorrow. Okay, as you see, we are making promises, even though they are short, even though they are not that serious as a other promises can be. But this is a promise, and we use will. Okay, do you have any question about it?
I think no.
No, I don't.
Okay, pretty good. Thank you for that. Now, everybody, we already checked the use of a will and going to. Now, everybody, let's continue with the use of going to. As I told you, going to is not part of any tense, but is considered a structure for future. And now, let's see what is the use. I'm going to read it. To talk about future plans and intentions. Um, Also, another use of going to that is not on the slide is to talk about predictions with evidence. In this case, well, I can say something not because I think about that. It's because I can see it, okay? I have evidence of it. So, for example, I can tell you, well, oh, talking about myself, it's going to be cold at night. Why do I think that about that? Because right now it's a little bit cool, okay? And when it's cool at this time, then at night it's going to be cold. or it's cold most of the time. Now, maybe you can tell me other examples and you will do it in a moment, but not yet. Okay, so then we are talking about predictions about the weather. As I told you, the weather is cool right now, then or later it's going to be cold because I have this evidence. However, if the weather would be, sorry, hot at this time, then at night it won't be cold. Actually, it could be like cool, a little bit cool, or even it could be hot. So that's a prediction. But remember, with evidence. If we want to make a prediction using evidence that we can see or we can feel, in that case, we use going to. And then the other uses are future plans and also intentions. Can you read the example, Alexander?
We are going to study Italian in 3 months.
Pretty good. As you can see in this example, we are talking about future plans. Something that you have to remember when talking about going to is the word intentions. Why? When we talk about a future, future is uncertain. We are not sure about anything in the future. However, we have intentions, okay? Or there are specific intentions we have. I don't know if Alex remembered because he was the only one in that class when we studied will and going to. We watched a video about the use of these two auxiliaries, going to and will. And the person who was on the video told us or said, because he wasn't talking to us specifically, but he said that when we use going to, we are talking about intentions. It means that um, we can instead of using going to, we can use in I have the intention to. Okay, he said that instead of saying I am going to, we can say I have the intention to. In this example, instead of saying we are going to study Italian in 3 months, we can say we have the intention to study Italian in 3 months. Are we going to do it or not? Possibly, yes. Possibly we are going to study Italian in 3 months, okay? Unless something extremely weird happen, we won't be able to study Italian. But if everything goes fine, everything goes well, in that case, everybody, we are going to study Italian in 3 months, okay? Just an example. So we have the intention, and that's a plan we have. So if you have the intention, if you haven't decided quickly, if you are not predicting something without evidence, but you have the intention, we can use going to. So that is something you have to remember when to use going to and when to use will. Okay, so that those are some very important details we have to take into account when using going to, and also when using will. Okay, do you have any question?
I remembered that the going to we can use to talk about predictions with evidence, right?
That's right.
Ah, okay. Okay.
Yes, that's
Thank
what
you.
I told you at the beginning of this slide, and it's that on the definition, or well, in the definition, we don't have that use predictions with evidence. That's why I told you an example, and it's about the weather right now in my city. So it's cool. At this moment, it's cool, but later I have the evidence that since right now it's cool, then at night it's going to be cold. Okay, because that's the weather, or I have identified that the weather is like that at this time. Okay, so that's
Okay.
one of the uses. Then future plans and intentions. Remember, future plans, so things you have planned in advance, And as I said before, unless something extremely weird happened, you will do it. Okay. And then the intention. Instead of
Teacher,
using, yes, tell me.
sorry, continues. Later
Okay,
ask.
instead of using going to, we can use I have the intention to. Okay, so when we can make that a change, and of course we have the real intention to do something, so then well, we can just going to. Yes, now you can tell me.
Okay, thank you. What is the correct way to say, voy a ir al doctor? I'm going at the doctor, or I will go at the doctor.
I'll go to the doctor.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, because when we use at, we are talking about places most of the time. So the doctor is not a place, the doctor is a person. Okay.
Ah, okay. Thank you.
That's why. And then remember um the use of the prepositions in,
But
on, at. They have a specific
yes.
use for each. Okay. Now
Okay, thank you.
you're welcome. Let me continue right now with the last part about these tenses and are the time expressions for future. As you already know, they have a specific use for future. Actually, if we use any of these, well, we can use any of these in both tenses or in both topics. Will, going to. Maybe the exception in this part is going to be in the near future, because when we use in the near future, it sounds more like a prediction. Okay, something that we are not sure about. So in the near future, it's mostly for will. Okay, and then the rest, it's more common to be used um, with both of them. Okay, for example, tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, next week, in a year, that is an example, later, soon, on Monday, in August, in 2026. So those are some examples. Remember, in and on, the way they are used, that's why we have those examples. On Monday, we use on for dates and also for days of the week. Then in August, in 2026, we use in for months. Also, we use it for, um, let me see, for years. So in August, in 2026, we also use it for months. But well, as I already said that. Okay, so in August. Okay, so these are some examples, guys, that we have for time expressions for future. Now, everybody, we already finished, or at this moment, we finished with all the grammar tenses uh, we started this level, so we finish our review. But I would like to have a practice before we leave the class. And it's about this. We have a challenge. Write some sentences using the tenses that we started. As you see, yesterday and today we had a review about simple past continuous, present perfect continuous, simple future using will, and also going to. Please, guys, write one example per each tense, okay? So simple past continuous, two examples, present perfect continuous, two more examples. So we have four, simple will and going to, two more examples. At the end, we have six. So you have to tell me, guys, six examples, okay? Right now, you will have 5 minutes to write the sentences on your notebook. After the 5 minutes, you will read your examples, tense by tense. Okay, guys?
Okay, teacher.
Okay, so you have 5 minutes.
Okay.
In case you need help, I'm going to be here. So, guys, you can start writing your sentences. Go ahead. Okay, time's up. So did you finish your sentences?
Not
Yes.
yet. Let,
Not
give me
yes.
1 minute more, please.
Okay,
Sorry.
okay. What about you, Alexander? Did you finish?
Yes, I think.
Pretty good. Okay, so we will start with you then. So you have more time to finish. Okay, girl? Well, Alexander, tell me your 6 sentences using the 6 tenses we studied this level. Go ahead.
Okay. Let me see. Give me a second.
Okay, don't worry.
Okay. Simple past. I bought a new shoes last week. Um, Simple past continuous. I was eating a lot this morning. Mm, Present perfect. I have run a data fix today. Present perfect continuous. I have been doing exercise for 20 minutes. Simple future. I will go to play soccer this night. And future using going to. I'm going to buy a new TV.
Okay, great examples. I really like the way you used all of the tenses using, well, giving your own examples. So they were nice. I just want to make some corrections. I heard I bought a new shoes. Just remember that shoes are plural. So in this case, we don't say a new shoes. Okay, in that case, we say new shoes. Okay, I
Okay, yeah.
bought new shoes. And I will play soccer this night. What is the correct form for this night?
At night.
Mm,
No.
almost tonight. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so those are the correct forms. This night is not usual that we use it. So the correct form is tonight. Okay, but however, well, let me tell you, Alexander, your sentences were nice. You used the grammar correctly. There were just some words that were kind of were not correct at the end, but your sentences were grammatically correct. So congratulations, Alex. That's for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Now, Anna, did you finish with your examples?
Yes, I have it. I have.
Okay, great. So tell me your 6 sentences about the grammar we studied.
Yes. Simple past. I finished work early and went home. Past continuous. I was singing when my boss went away. Present perfect. I have lived in this neighborhood since I was a child. Present perfect continuous. She has not been doing her homework. Will. You will enjoy the new movie. Going to. I am going to travel to Paris the next year.
Okay, that was great. Thank you for sharing your examples. Well, grammatically, they were also correct. And the vocabulary was that was good, okay? Was very common. However, it was nice. Continue practicing your fluency so we can
Okay.
continue working better every day. So thank you for sharing your examples, Anna and Alexander. You were really nice on it. just please continue practicing.
Okay.
Tomorrow, as I told you, well, today we finished with all the grammar topics and actually with all the grammar classes we had for this level. It means that we will continue our grammar on Tuesday. What are we going to do tomorrow and on Monday? Well, first of all, guys, tomorrow we will have a short practice about these grammar tenses we had today. Tomorrow we will have a speaking practice, so most of the class will be focused on grammar practice. And then on Monday we are going to have another oral or speaking practice, but that will be about the whole level. Actually, they will be kind of similar, but we are going to take advantage of time to practice all tenses and of course to uh, get ready for the next level that we are going to start, I hope, on Tuesday. Okay.
Okay. Great.
Sorry. Well, guys, let me tell you, this is all for today. So I hope you enjoy the class, you learn, and all, of course, you practice a lot. I hope to see you tomorrow.
Okay,
Okay,
teacher,
thank you.
thank you.
You're
Bye bye.
Bye.
welcome. Bye bye.